Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow
packed
the one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Park Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Why you already sound like you just had a long week?
Bitch, I have not had a long week.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no, I haven't had a long week. I've had a very productive week.
Well, what's your productivity
My
about?
productivity is, I'm shooting videos. I'm here. I'm there. I'm being requested. I'm being
You're famous.
booked.
Oh, you booked and busy?
I'm booked and busy, bitch.
You got jobs?
I got jobs. Even though some of them aren't paying, but you know what? I'm still booked and I'm still busy.
You know, sometimes you gotta give a freebie.
I gotta build up.
Yeah, you gotta give a
build
freebie.
up.
It's okay.
But
sometimes a freebie has to happen.
I'm rocking.
Yeah.
So I was on Twitter the other day, right? So this is gonna tie into what's happening, what's cool in my city, right?
What is cool?
So I was on Twitter. Now, I absolutely, out of all the social media platforms, I've said this before, Twitter is by far my favorite.
Mine as well.
There are so many clowns on Twitter, and people just, they're so articulate, but then they're so stupid. And
they crack jokes on everything.
They crack jokes on everything.
I see such an insensitive joke today.
I mean, sometimes it can be insensitive, but sometimes the insensitiveness is really funny. Neither here nor there.
This is true.
So I was randomly scrolling through my timeline and I see this video clip and it was of this girl. So of course I click on it, and mind you, it was a retweet of a retweet. Mm-hmm. So I click on it, and mind you, I really don't care to listen to new music or by new artists. I've always just been for the stuff that I grew up on, or that old school shit. Anyways, so I click on this tweet and I look at this video and I listen to the song. Saweetie, you are bomb as fuck.
What's the name?
Saweetie, Saweetie.
Okay.
When I say, I just love this freestyle. I love her freestyle. So, of course, once I see something that I like, I investigate. So I went on YouTube and I looked at all her videos and I looked at all her interviews. First of all, this girl don't even cuss in her songs, in her raps.
Bless her heart.
And her raps be jamming. Okay? Turns out she got an EP. I don't know what the hell an EP is. What is an EP?
Yeah, can somebody explain EP to me? Is that experimental playlist, example playlist? Because EPs are always super short.
Yes, so
is it example playlist? Girls probably example playlist. I'm gonna roll with that.
I don't know what the hell an EP is, but her EP coming out on the 16th, and I'm hyped for it.
You ready?
This girl is 24. She from the Bay.
Hey, Bay.
She got a sound.
Come on, sound.
She got lyrics.
Come on, lyrics.
She said, "Sweat a nigga for what?"
For what?
She said, "You trying to get a bag of weed? I'm trying to get a bag of week."
Oh, oof. Our lives are different.
Our lives are different.
Our lives are very different.
She did her first freestyle was over the Kaya.
My neck, my back.
My neck.
My back. Come on.
So I think it's called So Icy or Icy Girl. And it's so catchy, it's so poppy. I was listening to it on the way over here.
You look like you're getting your life.
Saweetie. Bitch, you popping. I'm obsessed with you. I love you. I want you to win. I want you to I saw that interview with Ebro and
oh, you did your work.
I did my work, okay? I did my research on this girl. She is popping. I love her style. I love the fact she don't cuss in her raps.
That's really, really good.
I watched all of her videos and she don't cuss.
Will Smith doesn't either.
And she talks about real shit. So there's this other thing where I forget the platform that it's on, but they basically get new artists to talk about their discuss their lyrics of the song. So she was talking about how she had to gas herself up on a certain lyric because she had just moved into this apartment. She didn't have no furniture. All she had was a mirror, and she had to like tell herself, this is what I am, this is what you're gonna be, and she wrote the lyric. But I mean, the song has over like 2 million views on YouTube.
That's good.
And like, I really want this girl to win. I'm a fan. I'm a stan.
Oh. What do y'all call the sweetness? Sweet.
I don't know
yet.
yet. I don't know if there's a name for her fans yet.
Can you give us a name?
I'm a Saweeties.
You a Sweeties? I'm a Sweeties pie.
Oh,
wait, I think that's an Oprah show.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
But we're going to find it.
Okay,
because I'm a fan. I even retweeted one of her things hoping that she would retweet me. But she did. She didn't retweet me, but that's okay though, because I'm still a fan. I'm still fucking with her.
You know,
I'm
cool.
Get on
Janet doesn't hit me back.
So, okay, I feel good. I feel better. But yes, you guys need to go check her out. Her EP is coming out on Friday. I don't know what the hell an EP is, but I'm here excited. For it.
I love like finding new music online.
Like,
I follow Call Me Dollar, and Call Me Dollar probably is the person who probably put you on it, because Call Me Dollar has put me. I think
he may have retweeted somebody that said something about her.
Call Me Dollar has put me on Sabrina Claudio, and then he put me on her. He put me on PJ Morton. Call Me Dollar has literally upped my playlist to an extreme.
Call Me Dollar deserves a Twitter award.
Yeah, Call Me Dollar. We be here for you. We kind of stand for you. What is your stand name? Dollars?
The dollars.
The dollars.
Yo, like, for real, I wake up in the morning just to be like, what has this fool tweeted? Because he gonna
get you a laugh. You gonna get you a laugh and some music.
Yes.
And he stand for like the people I stand for.
And then he stand for facts.
Yeah, so like no matter what you say about any artist, it's like, no, they sold X
facts.
amount.
Right.
They had
when
these
he was going in
Grammys.
on somebody about that tank.
Oh, I see that. But the thing was, the girl was stupid anyway, because I got what he said immediately. Like, I got it. Like, listen, just because y'all like a certain song does not necessarily mean it has been commercially successful for a person. Because then I thought about it. It's a lot of songs, like deep cuts, like the Lauryn Hill album.
Yeah.
It's some songs that came out, and then there's some songs that we personally like, or any album in general.
It doesn't
necessarily mean the single is... Just because it's your fan favorite or a fan favorite does not necessarily mean it garnered a whole bunch of money and accolades.
Yes.
And then he made a point about, like, just because it was on Billboard don't mean it was selling. So
I was here for it. I was
because the songs they were bringing up, I got why they brought them up originally, but then when he explained
I deserve,
and it was another one, I was like, oh, I could see that because it stayed on the radio. But he was like, yeah, that don't mean nobody was buying a single.
He even went so far as to go and fact check.
He went so far and gave y'all a link of Tank saying. Tank said that this is his best work.
Bitch, I died. That's why I love Twitter.
But people really be getting that music industry real, because I think it was like Beyonce or something, and they were like, they did like the most streams of like artists, and Beyonce wasn't on it, but Beyonce wasn't on it because Lemonade is only on Tidal and not on the other platforms. So it's like, y'all really get a lot of stuff confused. Just because we like something and we vibe off something in the club or in the car does not necessarily mean it made the people the money. Or it's gonna be number one on Billboard. It's a whole bunch of songs I like that didn't touch Billboard. It's a whole bunch of Missy songs actually that never touched Billboard that were my jams.
Agreed.
So yeah.
But anyways, shout out to Sweetie Girl. I'm rooting for you, baby. I want you to win. I'll buy something. Come to Houston and I'll buy a shirt. I'll support you. Bitch, you popping. You are popping. I love you.
I'm gonna look into it.
Sweetie, you want me to play it?
It's we can wait.
Oh, okay. I got it on. It's cute.
You know,
it is cute.
I have Apple Music and Tidal. I got you in a minute. After we record this,
I'm just saying it's cute.
It's ready.
It's ready.
It's ready. What I wanted to talk about something that I seen on social media, but now I can't remember. So I guess it didn't matter. Oh, shout out to all those kids that got up out of class to go against gun violence and having guns in their school and gun control, and you guys should. everybody should be able to go to school and eat their hot Cheetos for breakfast and drink their Fruitopia.
With a Powerade.
With a power, yeah. Gatorades will pop in too. I remember I did a lot of Fruitopias.
Okay, did Fruitopia too.
Yeah, so you guys should be able to be in school without having to worry about, getting shot up. So congratulations congratulations to all the kids that stepped out. That generation, you guys are going to be the ones that change a lot of stuff because your era is very social media savvy. A lot of the rules are changing. A lot of stuff is being legalized, like, same-sex marriages and marijuana. So you guys are going to be a very different generation. So I'm super excited to see what you guys are going to do because the rest of these generations can go to fucking hell.
All the way.
Especially the old ones.
But with gasoline draws.
But so this week, my Woman Crush Wednesday.
Who is it? Who is it?
It is.
Who is it?
Thank you. It's Rachel Green. What? Jennifer Aniston's character from Friends.
What?
Yes. No one told me that life was gonna be this way. The job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the way. It feels like you're always in second gear. That song is so real.
Super.
Yeah, well, Rachel is actually my top 3 favorite characters on Friends is actually Rachel, Ross, and Monica because I like their relationship together as well. So, but Ross is my favorite. So
Ross is my favorite too.
Rachel's probably number 2 because I like Ross and Rachel together.
Yes.
But neither here nor there. But Rachel is my Woman Crush Wednesday because she's a shit friend. After all that, she's a shit friend. So we're just gonna dive into because I've been watching Friends lately on Netflix and I've been popping around episodes. So we meet a young Rachel in a wedding dress coming into the coffee shop after bucking on her wedding.
Right.
So she starts to show off by leaving her soon-to-be husband
at the altar.
Right. Okay, we can even get past that. So, maybe it wasn't for her. Maybe that relationship wasn't, she just knew. But then fast forward into season 1, she sleeps with Barry when Barry's engaged to her homegirl. So you left him at the altar. He finds somebody else. Granted, it was your homegirl, so your homegirl shady. But then you double back and sleep with him. So that was shit. And then she hated all of Ross's relationships. And she even stated in one episode, if I don't have a boyfriend, Ross basically can't have a girlfriend. So Julie comes and Julie has not a fight in hell. She's just here. She met Ross. Great. We live in the same city. Rachel's like a bitch to Julie, gets mad at Monica for hanging out with Julie. She made the girl Bonnie shave her head when Ross liked her. And it's like, why did you make the girl shave her head? And even though Emily was kind of a bitch, Emily really...
I liked Emily.
I could do without Emily. But the thing is, when she met Emily, Emily wasn't her enemy. She met Ross on a whole nother level, right? A whole nother life. That has nothing to do with you. You're mean to Emily. You're a bitch to Emily as well. And then on top of all that, what do you do after he decides, professes his love, and wants to marry Emily? You intentionally go all the way over the pond. Literally fly to go ruin that boy's wedding.
She did.
And then, okay, you didn't ruin the wedding. Whatever. He calls your name. That's terrible. That's a hurt. That's a hurt. So after even all that, he calls your name. A decent person. First of all, you didn't even dress up for their wedding. So you at their wedding with some flip-flops and some Adidas sweatpants and a shirt. A little a half turtleneck or some shit. So you're not even at their wedding properly dressed. But even after Ross does that, a normal person would be like, you know what, let me just go back to the hotel. This is really...
It's too much.
This is too much.
Right.
Clearly, me being here is throwing off the juju. Let me just, go hide. Rachel shows her ass up to the reception. Wait, and I was watching the episode, why is Rachel at the reception? And Emily's cousin should have technically... Yeah, no, but Emily's cousin should have jumped on Rachel just for being at the reception. Just the disrespect.
Totally disrespectful.
And then I don't even blame her for actually even going on the honeymoon, but it was just you shouldn't have been there in the first place. After he called your name, and then you seen that he still went on with his marriage, you should have did your little rolly backpack that you rolled in with. You should have rolled the hell out.
Roll it back.
And where are we at? Hold on, because I actually have some notes on this. Yes. And then with the break or whatever, I watched that episode, and in reality, Rachel actually really did break up with Ross. Now, granted, I side with Rachel because the female in me is still upset that I broke up with you for 5 seconds and you slept with somebody.
True.
But in reality, you broke
True.
So you like harassing him about a situation when you broke up with this nigga. Like, he was free to do whatever he wanted to do. Granted, I would have been mad too,
Maybe
Rachel.
there was a window that we didn't know about.
No, I ain't want no window. She broke up with him when he was trying to spend his anniversary with her, and she was. Oh, and that's what happened. The problem too I have with Rachel is you knew Ross was insecure about the guy Mark, I think his name was. When y'all officially break up, the first thing you do is start dating Mark. So it's like, well, damn, girl, were you really like messing with him the whole time? Like, right. Rachel, like, that's shady as hell. Like, and on top of all of that, Rachel lived with all of the friends.
She did.
She was like the bum bitch. Like how did you?
With everybody.
With the exception of Chandler, but I'm gonna count Chandler because it still kind of was his apartment.
Right.
But you literally.
And then she was pregnant when she was living with him.
Yeah, like you literally bought from apartment to apartment. At that point, Monica clearly, before you moved in, Monica was paying the rent to that apartment her grandmother had by herself. Ross had his own apartment. Phoebe had her own apartment. And then here's Joey and Chandler. Clearly, Chandler could afford his own apartment. Right. Whatever. But it was never like a time where you could
Rachel
actually
just have her own apartment.
Yeah, it's just like you couldn't afford it. And then you got mad. And then back to her and Ross too. That whole pros and cons episode where Ross was trying to figure out if he should leave Julie or stay with Rachel or get with Rachel or whatever. I get why she got mad at the list, but the reason the one bullet point she got mad about was the one about she's just a server or something. And in reality, it's like, Rachel, but you were. You literally was marrying Barry to be kept. Like, and honest, like you're gonna be kept. You knew you were gonna be kept. So him, like, that makes sense for Ross. Like, listen, I need somebody I can build with.
Right.
You just trying to catch the dude with the coin. Like,
she ended up working at Ralph Lauren.
Eventually, but when that situation happens, she gets mad at Ross as if she wasn't trying to be kept. Like, Rachel, you grew up super spoiled. True. You got with Barry. You knew you was going to be a housewife. Like, that was your next goal, to be the housewife. Now, shit changed, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Rachel's terrible. And then she kind of dry hated on Monica a lot with Chandler. And then she always stole Monica's thunder. Like, when Monica got engaged, she was like, I'm going to sleep with Ross. When Monica had her wedding, she got pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean,
she tried to keep it a secret, but, you know.
Girl, she always saw. And then I kind of feel like now that I think about how fat Monica was, I feel like Rachel hung out with Monica because it boosted her self-esteem a bit. So it's like you was even using Monica.
So what was your favorite episode?
The one where Monica and Ross did the dance off for New Year's Eve.
My favorite episode was the Thanksgiving episode with Brad Pitt.
That is a good one. She was a shit person in high school.
They had that I Hate Rachel Green Club. That was my favorite episode.
And then on top of that, she sexually harassed Tag when he works for her. She hired him because he was fine, sexually harassed him. So Tag is a part of the Me Too movement as well. Rachel's terrible. And then like she switched everybody's Christmas gifts all the time. Like, how you exchange people's shit? She couldn't cook, and then like you didn't cook, you didn't clean. So it's like you lived with everybody, and you was like a bum. So everybody had to clean after you. You burned out Phoebe.
She didn't know how to have a baby.
She didn't. You burned out Phoebe's apartment, and then Joey, the main, and after all this other stuff, like let's really look at her, Joey and Ross. Joey came in, when they showed like those flashback episodes, Joey met everybody because he became Chandler's roommate.
Right.
So Ross and Chandler knew each other in college. Ross is Monica's brother.
Right.
Monica, Ross, and Rachel knew each other from like high school and I guess living in the same neighborhood or whatever. I can't really remember where Phoebe came in at, whatever. So Joey clearly is more so Ross's friend. Mm-hmm. You not only mess with Joey, like make out with Joey, you basically have him like half as your baby daddy at one point, which is rude as hell because literally Rachel was living with her baby daddy's best friends. That's really the bottom line. Like, you literally had your baby daddy best friend half raising your damn child and all that stuff. Rachel was just a messy bitch. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, I stand for Rachel. I love I still, Jennifer Aniston's everything, and pretty much Jennifer Aniston is Rachel Green, and Jennifer Aniston plays Rachel Green in every movie ever. Yeah, totally. And I still go watch any Jennifer Aniston movie ever because I just think she's so charming, so fun, and so super
Jennifer
cute.
Aniston.
And she wears little beach waves like the California girls. Love her. But she was a shit friend. She was actually a terrible friend. She was the worst friend on Friends. God. The worst. And selfish and self-involved.
I thought she was so funny.
She was so funny.
Like, she was just especially when she was pregnant. Like that whole period of when she was pregnant, she was just so clueless and didn't understand.
Oh, and she was so shit when she lived with Ross and she had the baby. And why didn't you give him the message? And it's like,
yeah,
Rachel, you don't think for once maybe he didn't give the number because you guys are like a family and he don't want to see his baby mama with the next.
Fucking Rachel, man.
Rachel was so stressful. But I still stand for Ross and Rachel. I cried at the drop of a dime on that last episode when she says, I didn't get off the plane. I was like, she didn't, Ross. She didn't get off.
Ross and Rachel.
Good
times. That's a good Women Crush Wednesday.
Yeah, I still like Rachel. I mean, even though I just drug Rachel, I love Rachel. Rachel, Ross, and Monica are my faves. Rachel's probably number 2.
I like Joey. No, Ross is my favorite.
Ross is definitely my favorite.
Rachel. I like Monica.
Yeah, mine is Ross, Rachel, Monica.
And I like Joey too. Joey's funny.
Yeah, because I remember I asked on Facebook who do you think the show revolved around, and everyone said Rachel actually. And I was like, is it Rachel because she's the one who came in with the wedding gown on the first episode? Because I think the show really actually I think the show revolves around Ross and Rachel because that's the ongoing storyline. Anything else came later.
Yeah.
Like even Chandler and Monica came like whatever season.
Later. I agree.
Yeah, I think the show is actually centered around them.
I agree. I can see that.
So I'm here for it. But anyway, so this week we are recovering from you don't have no sound effects?
Not at the moment. Maybe later.
Well,
maybe when we close.
Well, we're recovering from not having it all together.
Not having it all together. Yes.
Someone told us life was going to be this way. Your job's a joke. You're broke. Your love's life, DOA.
That was Friends.
Yeah, Friends again.
Think so.
Yeah, Friends is here. Yeah. So what is together to you?
I have no idea. I don't even know what EP stands for.
I told you it's experimental playlist. I'm gonna stand by
I don't know. Like I hate that like people feel like at a certain age you have to have like everything all together. I'm 33 and I don't have it all together.
Well, what would be? What is your vision of having it all together though? You have to have like what you think it would look like.
My vision of having it all together would be paying my bills on time.
So you don't want to have an extension no more.
I don't want to have an extension.
So basically you call us like, when's the latest I can pay?
Right.
And then they set up the payment arrangement.
I don't want to do payment arrangements anymore.
Having it all together is not having payment arrangements. Noted. That is noted.
Like, I think that if I could get to a point where I don't set up payment arrangements, I think I'd probably be really, really good.
What else?
I think that's about it.
So financially stable is
what is financially stable? Like
not having payment arrangements.
Okay. Well, to me, stability is like if I'm able to pay my rent and my car note on time, and my cell phone bill. They're not going to cut me off because I've been a loyal customer for a long time, so they're not going to cut me off. But like, I don't know. It's just like as long as my rent and my car note is paid, I'm okay. Everything else can kind of fall into place. Like I can strategize on everything else.
So having it together for you is just no payment arrangement. So
no
financially stable.
Yeah, but if my rent is paid though. So
you don't see it as like having a home. Like
I have a home.
Like having owning a house.
I don't care to own a house. That's a lot of responsibility. And I don't know, maybe it's just I'm not there yet or I don't have kids. I don't know, but apartment living is really good for me. Apartment living is really nice for me. It's very accommodating.
Professionally, was having it all together?
I think now as I come into a space where it's not necessarily about how much money I make. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, I want to be financially sound, but I don't want to be a slave to money. I don't want to like work 80 fucking hours a week at a job that I hate just for the sake of making $120,000 a year. Now, granted, $120,000 a year sounds amazing, but then the downside of it is it's like, I know a lot of people who are making that much money and they fucking hate their job.
Well, I had a friend like that. When we graduated, she graduated with an accounting degree and she got a job right out of school with the place she had been interning at for like the past 2 or 3 years. And she made really good money, but she was miserable. She was working around the clock. She hated it. She literally hated her job. And this was like about 5 or 6 years ago. And I was just telling her, like, just quit. And she was like, well, I don't know what I want to do. And then she found this thing about teaching abroad. So the whole time I'm like, just quit this shit, go abroad. Like, and especially because at the time we were like 25, 26. Yeah. So I'm like, just go, man. So, you know, life's too short to hate what you do. And she quit the job, making all this good money that she was like in Atlanta. Yeah. Like that, it sounds like you're making good money and you're in Atlanta and you're young and black. That's like the setup. Yeah. So she ended up quitting her job and she went to Korea. And she has been in South Korea for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah. Yeah. And she loved it. And she was just traveling around that area. She really didn't care to come back to the States that much.
I wouldn't want to come back either.
She was living close to like a Navy base. It was popping. Girl, it was popping, or maybe it was Army base, but what a military base. Right. And like she was just living her best life over there. Yeah. And she seemed a bit freer. And she was a free spirit anyway.
Yeah. And like that's the thing. Like I think a lot of times we focus on money. But now as I've gotten older, it's like, I don't want a job that I'm going to be a slave to. Like my job that I have now, I absolutely love. Like I love what I do with the city. I love how it's just growing into this, you know, because what I'm doing, they've never even had this type of position before. So I basically just literally created my own lane. That's great. People are so responsive to that in a positive way, and it just makes me want to go to do more. But of course, you know, the pay is not what I want it to be or what I think I deserve.
But benefits are always good in the city.
But I do have benefits. But, you know, it's like there's that like balance where, okay, well, shit, I need money to survive, but I absolutely love what I'm doing. So what does that even like? What? How does that?
You need to do whatever you're doing at your jobs. Is there a way you can do it
somewhere else?
Somewhere else, but not for somebody else. Somewhere else for you.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it for myself, but you know, it's just a matter of actually putting that time and effort in. But I don't know. I don't think that I have it all together or all figured out. I don't even necessarily think that I would want to have it all figured out, because to me, having it all figured out means that you're just about to die.
Shit. That got dark. That got dark real fast. They got real dark.
I'm just saying, like,
real dark.
I don't think that I want to have it all together, because having it all together.
I don't think you ever have it all together. Like, I spent a lot of time thinking having it together was what my mom was.
But what does that even mean?
No, well, to have the job that made the good money. Because I don't recall my mother disliking her job. Okay. She's a network engineer. She was good at it. She's good at it. Right. So she had a job. I never remember her hating her job. So a job that you can deal with. Right. Good money. She made great money. She married. Mm-hmm. He made good money too. Okay. Now we have a family. We have a house. We have a yard. We got a bigger house. Mm-hmm. And then a bigger yard. And everybody got what they needed. If you needed this for school, if you needed that for school, mm-hmm. if cars came, Christmas was wonderful. My kids are fine. No one's like selling drugs, mm-hmm. dying. I'm married, house, kids, bills are paid on time. For the most part, from what I know, I never really recall nothing being cut off. Yeah, no, I don't remember those things. So that was it. Like that status quo, that was having it all together. But then when you're younger, you're not really paying attention because you're so self-involved in your stuff. You're trying to go to the basketball game and you got to like the boy to school. Then you get a little older and you realize that especially when your parents start, like my mom never really shielded us from stuff, but it's just some stuff I didn't care about because I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
But then you get older and you kind of get a little more inquisitive. You start to realize that everybody's kind of winging it. Like you really, you have it together, but it's never ever fully fastened. It's like kind of like buttoning up your shirt, but your top button's just not gonna be buttoned. Right. Or the second to like something's gonna be off because I just don't. I don't think people have it 100. I think you have together moments. I guess I'll say it that way. I think sometimes you sit back on vacation,
you can pay a bill on time, and be like, "I'm gonna go to Zara."
Yeah, like your bills are paid on time. You got an extra $100.
I'm gonna go to Zara.
And while you're walking through the gallery with your frappuccino, you think to yourself, "My life is together."
Yeah.
For that day, your life is perfect.
I can afford a $49.99 shirt.
Yeah, and I feel like your parents do that. I think your parents might look at you on like graduation from high school and they look at all the sacrifices and they still have a roof over your head and this is a good day. Everything I did is together. Okay, the day after graduation, that shit falls right back apart if you go to college, if you don't go to college, or you stay at home. So I think you spend your life wanting to, like you said, I think it is kind of like if you have it all together, this might be the end.
Yeah. But like, do you think that, because I feel like there's like in society, people drill you on this is what having it all together looks like. Like you said, like your mom, she had the job, she had the husband that had the job.
That she got a divorce.
But I'm saying, but nobody really speaks upon the negative aspects. They just say this is what it looks like. They don't tell you like when you open that box,
fighting, or
they don't tell you when you open that box,
or you just lost a job,
fucked up shit.
Because it is true. You have it together, but then what if the spouse loses the job? That happened. So when layoffs happen, my mom been laid off before. Yeah. So then that happened. So boom, we're not together. A divorce happened. Boom. Wait, this isn't really together.
How like what it like? I guess my thing is like, how can people just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to just live my life as is, but
you have to be okay with yourself, and you have to be okay with what your family thinks of you as well, because a part of me always, I worried about the outside noise. So it didn't take me and when I mean outside noise, I don't care about people I don't care about. I'm worried about my family. So if they, especially like my mom, if it kind of was like if they disapproved, or I knew, because I have a huge family, everybody talk a lot. If somebody like didn't approve something, it kind of made me second guess myself.
Right.
And then you start living for other people. And I think I put up a quote on the Recovering Party Girls page. It was like, some people aren't going to understand the life you live. That is okay.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that is okay. Because your perfect ending, your together, isn't the next person's together.
Right.
Maybe their together is the husband, the kids, in the house.
Right.
Or maybe their together is shacking up with their boyfriend for 40 years in a condo in New York, and they making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
Or maybe your perfect thing is you just wanted a baby, you got the baby, you didn't have the man, but you're content because you got the baby, and that's your together.
Together, yeah.
You know, or it is just wanting to pay your bills on time. That's your together.
Yeah.
So you have to be content with what you think is your together.
Yeah. So I had for Super Bowl, my grandparents and my mom and my stepdad came up to Houston, and my grandpa, he's super, super opinionated on shit like this, right? So, and, you know, I consider myself the black sheep of the family because I'm completely
a terrible tyrant.
Not just a terrible tyrant, but I have completely went out of the route that, you know, they expected people to go on in my family. You know, both my brothers, they went to school. My older brother, very, very successful, has a great job. I mean, constantly moving up in his job. My younger brother plays golf. He's like super great at golf. He goes to PV. And then there's me. I didn't go to school. I'm just out here thugging it, you know, been arrested a couple times.
I caught
a couple cases. You know, I'm just out here thugging it. But, you know, with me, it took me a while to really find what I'm good at, and I tried a lot of things.
Well, you're creative,
and that's the thing. Like my family doesn't support creatives,
but a lot of people families don't. That's terrible too.
And my grandpa and I kind of got into it because, you know, he made this comment like, "I just never see you progressing."
Oh shit!
Yes, basically in a nutshell, that's what he said. He said, "I never see you progressing," and I was just like, well, you don't see me progressing because I never talk about my progress. You know, my progress is not, you know, I was making 80,000. Now I'm making 180,000. That's not my progress. My progress is like, yo, last week I didn't even know how to fucking video edit. Now I know how to video edit. Like, you know, that type of shit. And so he was just like, I just don't see it. He was like, your brothers are doing all this cool stuff and you're just here. Dressed up for no reason. And I was just like, well, Pops, you know, like, I'm doing this. Like, I just learned how to do all, like, this video stuff, and I'm really excited about it.
They don't see money in that,
And he was just like, so how are you? He was like, but that doesn't translate into dollars.
Yeah.
And I said, first of all, nigga, well, in my head I said that. I said, first of all, nigga, I don't even ask you for a fucking dime. So let's not worry about what I got going on.
Don't worry about my
just support me. And I was just like, just support me. Be proud of me. Like, remember when you was over there during family reunions recording people? That's what the fuck I'm doing now. Like, what the fuck?
And that's why he said it don't translate to money. That's exactly why.
But, you know, it's just like that type of shit. Like, you know, it made me almost like second guess myself. But then as I'm out shooting the things that I shoot with my job, it reminds me like, yo, like this is what I like. Like, I really, really enjoy it. And, you know, for him, that really, for a moment, it bothered me because he couldn't see that, you know, money, yes, you need money.
Yeah, clearly.
Yes, you need money to survive. Yes, you need money to live and be. You need money.
You do. I mean, you can't be on this earth without it.
But I don't want to be that person that is a slave to it.
You just want to like what you're doing and get paid well for it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's simple.
And, you know, when I was trying to tell him that, he was just like, no, you gotta have this. You need to work like this. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't get it. Like, you just really just don't like.
Well, people don't understand creativity anyway.
Yeah.
Like creative jobs in the first place, especially because people, when you go to school, it's nurse, doctor.
Right. My mom was a nurse. My dad was a car salesman.
Yeah, you do things of that nature.
Right.
People don't understand, especially now with the internet too.
Yeah.
When, like I said, I had a blog before.
Right.
It was just like, oh, it's a hobby. How you gonna make money?
Right.
And then it turns into that. So even like with the podcast, it's kind of I have to explain. Like, it's like you realize it's a lot of money on YouTube and with podcasting and with blogs. People are out here making a living and a killing in the process. But when you have to ignore those people because their together is the 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 is ever, you can ask my mother. She'll tell you, I always said I did not want to be stuck in an office.
Bitch,
I do not.
I can't do it.
I feel trapped.
I can't do it.
Period.
I told my new boss, I said, look, man, you're not going to see me here. Because I remember and I have a new boss. He just came in probably about a month ago. He goes, so what time do you get in?
which means your ass is moving in with Starbucks.
So I said,
dressed.
I said, first of all, sir, with all due respect, I'm a creative. So I may come in at 8, 9 a.m.
I let my body decide.
And the next day I may not show up till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I get my fucking work done. You know? Like, I get my work done. I'm researching. I'm interviewing. I'm shooting video. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I cannot be chained to a desk.
I can't be chained to your time either.
And I can't be chained to your...
My creative flow don't work between 8 and 5 sometimes.
And so and then, trying to like divert myself to something else. I said, look at my videos. So I pulled up my YouTube account and I showed them all the videos that I created. I said, this is what I do. From 8 in the morning to 8 the next morning. God damn it. My time varies.
But it's done.
But it's done.
But what he said to you.
And he was just like, okay. And sometimes on Saturday. So you might see some extra hours on Saturdays.
Basically, you got out of work at 8 to 5.
I have to. I can't. I am a full fucking blown creative. I cannot do an 8 to 5. I can't do 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. Like that shit right there.
8 to 5, and then they try to change to lunch. 1 to 2 is your lunch, and then they try to tell you what time to eat. That was my problem.
That is
I hated
hell.
I worked at Allstate. I hated that job.
Allstate.
I hated maybe a few years ago. I hated the cubicles. I hated talking to people. I hated saying good morning to everyone. I hated it. And I applied. I was temping at the time. And so I'm just like, God, I need a job, because now everyone's like, you got all these degrees, and what was the point of going to get your master's? You're not using anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So I'm applying for the job, but I'm not getting the jobs. And then I thought one day, I'm like, I'm not really getting a job because I really don't want to do this shit.
Right.
And so then I ended up getting a job at the hospital. The people at the hospital were like terrible tyrants. The people I work for were terrible tyrants. They thought, I guess because I seem young or I look young, they were old and fat.
They thought they can run you.
Yeah. So and then they kept calling me and the other girl, like, need to tell the girls. And it's like, wait, she's married with 3 kids and I'm a smooth 30. Who the hell are the girls? I'm fucking grown. And then you could just tell people who are like consumed, who don't have outside lives, because then they bring all their drama to work and it's always work drama with them.
Right.
And it's just like, I hate it. I don't want water cooler talk.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't like emails that says per my last request. I hate responding per my last email. I just like...
My recommendation is...
I hate the time 8 a.m. I hate the time 5 p.m.
God, I hate it.
Like,
I'm like an 11:30 kind of girl.
And not even that.
It could be...
I do a lot of work outside stuff for people, and I still get up early, and I still can sit at my apartment at 8 o'clock and do their work.
You do. I know.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I can't
clock in on
I don't
want
to clock in on someone else's time. Sometimes I just want to do it in front of my television and get the work done. I get the work done. I'm working on an account right now. She loves me because
you get
I'm getting stuff done. And sometimes you might get 3 or 4 emails of me at 2 a.m. But you got your stuff before you even woke up. So good morning, your work is to you. So thinking of having everything together was that. It was the 9 to 5. Yeah. It was coming home and picking the kids up from basketball and parking my Mercedes in the garage and cooking. Well, we did a lot of Chili's and Red Lobster takeout, but having the meal. Right. And that was it for me. But,
time.
Yeah, but that was my mom.
Right.
And then I tried to do that and it didn't work for me. Yeah. It didn't. At the time, I didn't know I could write. So then, after I graduated, my mom's like, damn, you should went to school for English. Mm-hmm. But then being creative wasn't pushed. It was, I was in the medical magnet program in my school. Oh, wow. So I did internships at the hospital, at the physical therapy office. I worked at a vet for a while when I was in high school too, when I did my internships. All medical stuff. Yeah, but it was all in the medical field. Right. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna be a physical therapist. Because you want the money, you want the job. Yeah. This is gonna work out. And then
it's not you.
At the end of the day, it just really wasn't me.
Yeah.
And then my mom's like, well, you should be a party planner. But then you go to I go into FAMU. It was like, well, I throw really good parties, and I did. Yeah. I threw really good parties in high school, threw great parties in college. I was the party animal. Hey, I throw really good parties. Is there a job for that? But then it's kind of like people looking at you when you say you want to be a party planner. So it's like, you want to do what? You coming to college to do what?
Yeah.
What, girl? So then I get a bullshit degree. Then it's like, I still don't know what I want to do, but let me just get a master's in business management. And then it just trickled down. And then finally, somewhere of trying to have it together, it all fell the fuck apart. And then I started realizing what I liked. And it took me a minute. And I know what I like now. I know what I'm good at. I know I'm more of, I would never consider myself 100% creative. I'm very much so on the creative side though, because I know people who are super duper overly like creative. Like you're really creative. Yeah. I'm more creative than I am a 9-to-5er. Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
I'm a super creative. Like I don't think that a regular 9-to-5, it's not for me. Like a traditional lifestyle is not for me.
Well, to the girl who has her bedroom in her living room.
Like a traditional lifestyle is just not for me. And, you know, for me, I've wrestled with this idea of having it all together. Like, what the fuck does that even mean for a creative? Like, how does a creative person have it all together?
You don't.
But I don't.
Because being a creative is a hustle. In case you get up high on the ranks, being a creative is an everyday hustle. When you're a book writer, if you're not old girl who wrote, what's her name? Whoever wrote, I can't think of her name. Just slipped my mind. The girl, the woman who wrote Harry Potter. If you don't have her type of money, right, and you're just writing books, then you're just hustling. You're pushing books. You're peddling books at this point. Like if your book, no, for real, and you're only as good as your last best book.
True.
Like so, or if you're like even a artist, right? If you didn't hit a certain level of fame and money and all that, you're hustling CDs, you're hustling your own music. It's like you're creative people are constantly working case you're and maybe you luck out and you have this great body of work, but then you better hope you own that body of work, because then you might be a slave to the body of work because you still got a tour on the body of work that you're not even getting paid for when it's in these big blockbuster movies. A lot of times creatives are just hustlers. Yeah. They're hustling their
But can we get some respect? Can we get some fucking respect? Can y'all niggas just say, you know what? Y'all don't even have to fucking have it all together.
But thank you for
y'all are hustling. Y'all are really fucking hustling. Y'all are hustling these bill collectors. Y'all are hustling the rent people. Y'all hustling everybody.
Or you're like just hustling to get the pictures for the wedding.
You're hustling. You're trying to figure out how I'm gonna get a camera. Shows. Like you just out. Can we get some fucking respect?
So yes,
I don't want to have it all together. Y'all niggas that be out here talking about a bitch gotta have this, and then a bag. I don't know what that means. I don't know. What the fuck is a bag? A bag of what? A bag of tricks? A bag of weed?
A bag of money.
A bag of money? I don't have a bag of money.
So do you
have a sandwich bag of money?
So do you consider like your siblings having it all together? Or maybe you know them too well. Is there anybody you look at was like...
No, because everybody... even the people that like I
think when you get older, you start hearing people complain. To me,
I feel like nobody has it together. I don't know one person that has it all together. And to me, it is such a fucking great feeling.
I'm so happy everyone's failing at something. I need everyone to fail at something in life.
Like when I look at my married friends, right? And the majority of my really close group of friends are all married. But it's almost like these certain points where they'll be like, fuck this shit, you're doing the right thing.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. Keep going. Don't get fucking married. Don't do this.
You know, I had a moment like that with a friend. I had a homegirl. Her husband has been married for years. They got kids. They got the house. They got the 2 good jobs. Yeah. They out here, both of them graduated college. Yeah. They out here living like the dream. Right. They ain't no outside kids, you know.
They in it.
They in it. It's a cute little family. And she called like, I want a divorce. And I was just like, wait, what happened?
What?
Like, what do you mean you want a divorce? Like, y'all been together for years. Y'all got kids. You got the house.
What you trying to leave for?
Y'all got the jobs. It's just getting good. Y'all look good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's alive. Like, what do you mean? And she was just like, I'm literally over this shit. Like, I'm over I'm over everything. I'm over this. And I'm just like, what are you?
That's why I never wanted to get married.
And then I remember thinking, like, she was like the example of having it all. It was perfect. You meet your boo at a young age. Y'all grow together. Y'all get married. You don't have kids. You know, it's just this beautiful. You built like this fairy tale story. You know, engagement.
And then you wake up and you're like, you call your single friend like, yo, man, I can't do this shit no more.
And it's just like, oh, so you don't have it together, really? But I do. But with the whole having together, I think the only thing for sure everyone wants to have, I think everybody can agree on in life, they don't want to have to make payment arrangements. So that's the only thing. I think having it together actually just might be
payment arrangements,
paying your bills on time.
Yes, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to. To me, that is keeping my shit together. Not having to pawn shit.
Can you not have to pawn?
I used to do that.
I pawned stuff before.
I used to do that. I used to do that heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
I definitely have.
My God.
Yeah.
But now, payment arrangements, you know, I'm good for an extension. Shout out to CarMax, T-Mobile.
Hey, y'all.
Because y'all...
Because, you know, they'll split you. They'll be like, hey, you can pay on the 13th and then you can pay the other or like the 30th.
Just call back.
Yeah.
Just call back.
And I never let them put my card online so they can't. I'll pay you.
I'll pay you. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go in store. I got you. I don't know when that check coming.
Yeah. Don't withdraw nothing. Don't be so quick. You gotta slow that down. You can't just be snatching it at 2 in the morning.
You can't do that.
That's disrespectful.
I got some shit.
Yeah, I got some other arrangements out there. I don't know which arrangement's gonna hit first. I don't know how this is gonna happen.
Because I keep checking.
Yeah, but
the shit that I thought was gonna hit ain't hit yet.
But guess what?
Stop.
We'll cross that bridge once we get there.
God is good.
But
God said one day at a time.
Yeah, right now I got a phone still. I can search Instagram and Twitter. That's all I needed.
That's all I need.
That's all I needed, baby
That's all
girl.
I need. But yes, having it all together, fuck all that shit. I don't want to have it all together because that means you're close to death.
I want to have it close together. Not all together. Close.
I just want to pay my bills without having extensions.
I just wanted to pay my bills, have a nigga that don't cheat on me.
Oh, yes.
Girl, come on. That's what I need together. You know, I don't think I even see myself in like a full house anymore. I feel like I see myself in like
a condo. I see you like in a high rise.
Yeah, I see like in a high rise. Yeah.
Like a 2-bedroom high rise with a big kitchen with the
island.
Like
with that's kind of with like the big, like the ceiling to floor windows. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. But see, and then I had to realize that that's okay too. Right. Having it together literally is what it's okay for you in your life and your being. I think I talk to Jesus every day because I want to be. Now that's one thing I do want to have all together is me and my relationship with God.
Oh, come on, my personal relationship with Lord Jesus Christ. My Lord Jesus Christ.
No, and that you know the bills cool too, but that is like for sure. One thing I want all together is me and Jesus riding.
Together. With seatbelts on.
I don't even need no seatbelt because he got me.
No, bitch. You need
you know with Jesus? I need a seatbelt with Jesus.
Because he's going to tell you to put your seatbelt on.
Okay,
you know
right.
the rules.
You know. Jesus,
you know the rules.
So, that's really it. I think you have to let go. And then I look at I have family members that still live in small towns and just their views and opinions reflect their lives.
Right.
So then you have to step out of, you have to shut everyone else up. Because their together is not your together. That's not your together. Your together is still really not my together. My together is not my brother's together.
Right.
Everyone has a different version of what they think.
And that's so important to say because a lot of times...
And they're all okay. And they're all fine.
Right. And a lot of times people make you feel like there's one way to do life. And there's one way, like, you have to get this. You have to do that. You have to do that. No. I don't want to do none of that shit.
A lot of times, everyone's on different roads that end up at the same destination.
Right.
So, granted, I'm talking right now, but who knows? In 5 years, I might be married with the kids, with the house in the suburbs. Trust me, this journey to that point was not the journey my neighbor took to that point, or the other neighbor took to that point. Everyone, my mother says that all the time. My mom had kids very young, 16, 20, and 25. Yeah. The life we end up living and the odds she technically beat being a teen parent and all that
Right.
good stuff is not the same as the neighbors. The neighbor got
Right.
married, met each other in
Right.
like high school,
Right.
high school sweethearts, went to college together, graduated
Yeah.
together. You know, they did all that.
Right.
So everyone's journey isn't the same. So let go of what everyone else's together look like and be okay with the journey you're going to take. Because really, what has happened to me, how randomly I moved to Texas, what has happened to you, randomly linked us up to do a podcast. And like in hindsight, because we knew we were friendly.
Right.
We
weren't really friends.
Like I didn't have your number up until you was
Yeah.
helping me with the blog.
Right.
So it's just, you have to be okay with, which I tell myself now, the journey.
Right.
And you're all together. I mean, granted, the Jesus part and the money part probably gonna stay the same, but
True.
what you consider together is gonna morph and change
As the time goes by.
flies.
Yeah.
It is.
And then as you change as a person.
Yeah.
Because what I wanted by like 30, and that was only 3 years ago, is completely different than what I want right now. Like,
And that is true.
And you know, like I look back at the things that I was like, yo, I gotta have this by 30. I gotta be this by
XYZ.
30. Like I gotta, you know, nah. None of that shit is now even, because I've changed so much as a person.
You get new jobs, you meet new people.
Exactly.
'Cause
And the things, like when I was younger, up until I was like maybe 28, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Like,
Come on.
I really
House of Versace.
I really wanted to be a fashion designer. I went to
Come on, Coco Chanel.
I even went to Dallas to
Kamora
this
Simmons.
baby fat.
Baby, bitch, baby fat.
I went all the way up to Dallas to go to this trade school to teach you how to like do fashion stuff. So I go to this school, I mean, wasted all types of fucking money.
Rockaware.
This bitch said, okay, now we're making patterns. And so I got to the class and I'm like, and then she's like, it has to be 1 centimeter from the edge and you got to do this. You got to split the seam.
Yes, Nautica.
And I said, thank you, Jesus, but this is not for me. I'm out.
Bye, Fat Farm.
Like, it took all of that for, and when I say I had been I always thought, even from a little kid, I always thought that I was going to be a fashion designer because I love clothes. I remember buying magazines. I remember the first magazine my grandma bought me was a Vogue with Sarah Jessica Parker on the cover. I believe it was like 2003 at HEB in Corpus Christi. Like, I remember those things, and I always thought that I would be a fashion designer.
I'm here. I'm just
Academics.
oh shit,
But like,
oh,
but it clicked that nah, that's not for me because I don't want to do that. I don't want that path. And then I started doing some other shit, but it really didn't. It really, like, my path really didn't like be defined. It wasn't defined until I started working for the city, and that was at 32.
Yeah.
So it's 31, and so it's like it changes, and now my whole perspective on like having it all together and like what I want out of life completely changed. Like, I'm okay with my apartment. I'm okay with not like having, you know, I don't need to have, granted, I do have Louboutins, but I only have 2 pair. I lost 1 shoe to 1 pair, so I have 2.5 pair.
How drunk were you?
Bitch, I was at Walmart.
What?
I was at Walmart, and I promise you, this story still hurts my heart to this day. I was at Walmart. I had just got back from Corpus Christi. I had a 2001 Ford Explorer Sport. Mm-hmm. And I came back from out of town, and I had these shoes in the back of my trunk. And I mean, they were the first pair that I was ever gifted. Mm-hmm. And went to Walmart. I don't know what I did. I feel like I dropped the shoe the shoe fell out of my trunk. When I was putting the
you
groceries,
kept the other shoe?
I still have the shoe.
Why?
And I wear it sometimes around the house. But anyways, but that's neither here nor there. Whatever. But I'm just saying that, like, you know, shit changes. people change, and you have to go with what is right for you at the moment. And
so having it all together,
literally, you just want to pay your fucking bills on time. That's it.
It's not having payment arrangements. And honestly, no, having it all together is what you think having it all together is.
Yes.
And you can't, like I said, I genuinely think you have, I don't ever think you will have it all together. I think you will have moments.
Everybody's winging it. Everybody on
Someday.
social media, everybody on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, your parents, your uncles, your aunties, they all motherfucking winging it.
I do think you will have moments where it's together. So sometimes you're going to be sitting poolside, drinking your mimosa, reading a book, and you're going to look around and think this is life.
And then the next day you're going to be like, hey, we're about to draft your account.
And then the next day title will come get $12.99.
Yes, thank God.
Or I do think that. I had a moment like that last week where I looked around. I really had not a complaint in the world. I was very happy with everything that was going on. So you will have moments, and I think that's what makes life so beautiful and so precious. Appreciate the times you can just inhale and realize that you really have nothing going on. Even if you have your payment arrangement, it's like 2 weeks from now, so who cares?
Live, baby, live. You got 2 weeks until that payment arrangement.
You got 2 weeks to have to cough up the 83, 87.
And only T-Mobile is the only company that I know where you have to honor your payment arrangement.
They really do make you honor it.
That's the only...
Sprint will let you get away. My bill with Sprint got high as hell.
Like... T-Mobile is the only company that I know that will allow you,
because
that will make you be like, this is you can't call and change shit. We gonna cut your shit off at 12 a.m.
No, they let you ride for like 2 days, like a day and a half.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I was always, because everybody that I talk to on the phone, they'd be like, this is gotta pay it.
I mean, you do, but you still get like a day and a half.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
But
I'm gonna go ahead and let it just come out my account.
Go ahead and snatch it.
Go ahead, snatch that shit.
So yes, my good friends, you will have it together for moments, appreciate them, and realize whatever
sometimes
together
you have
is,
to make it a payment arrangement. Fuck it.
Yeah. And whatever your together is, it's okay. That's your together.
And don't push your togetherness on me.
And don't. Big facts. Do not push what you think your together is not. This here girl, Natoya Ebony from Orlando, Florida.
Come on.
Graduated from Florida A&M University. On. That is not my together.
Okay, and my together is not your together. Adrianna Cool from Corpus Christi, Texas, that halfway went to Delmar, that halfway went to HCC, that tried to get into U of H downtown. That's not my together.
Wait, what did you just name? Like 3 schools? I can't take it seriously. Oh my God. Oh, guys, we have no, I can't. I'm gonna have to block you. Listen, guys.
Saying, don't you put that pressure on me.
So, guys, we have. Oh, wait, let me shout out my friends. So I met some cool girls. They all just turned 21. They're young, they're vibrant, they're in college, they're living life. They're going to the rodeo, and their Instagram is Tabers15. Hey girl. Mia774.
Hey Mimi.
And I'm missing one. Her name's Daniela. I don't know her. I don't know her. I can't find her Instagram, but Daniela, hey girls. You guys were super sweet. I hope you had fun at the rodeo. You know, live. You're young. Live, girls, live.
Live. Wrap it up. Don't have these niggas babies.
Wrap it up.
Don't let these niggas trick y'all.
I told y'all, wrap it up. Use Uber. And try everything once. If you don't like it, just don't do it again. Except like hardcore drugs. Don't try that because you might like it. Because you might like it, and I don't want you to do it again. But sexually explore life, wrap it up, get on birth control, take Uber, and just live. And graduate college because they're like in school for like microbiology.
Bitch, do that shit.
Girl, get this money.
Get that money.
So shout out to you guys.
But don't let the money make you.
Why do I have to deal with this? Everybody
make
go
the
to
money.
College.
Make the money. Don't let it make you.
I cannot relive Players Club with you again. Hilarious, but I cannot relive again. And we have some exciting stuff too coming up. You're gonna see it in like what?
It's coming. In the name of Jesus, it's gonna happen.
Girl, how long is it gonna take?
No, I'm just kidding. It'll be ready next week. You
Okay,
guys,
you're gonna see
we're
us.
answering questions. We're talking.
We talking. You gonna see us
live.
We
live.
We are live, whores. So we'll have it on our pages, and you'll see us out there. We're about to be circulating around the internet in a minute here.
We're gonna be fresh on the internets, not internets, the internets.
You know,
INNA.
And if you see people getting crazy in the comment section, comment back. No, I'm half joking.
No, you're not. And if y'all got something to say, bring it to the square.
Bring it to the square.
Bring it to the motherfucking square.
Oh my god.
Okay,
But
drop a location.
I can't take this seriously. But yeah, you'll see us out. We'll be out in here. We'll be out on
treats.
internet
Treats and
streets.
eats.
We do have treats.
We have treats.
We got some things popping in 2018.
Yes.
You got any shout outs? Anybody?
No, nobody sent me my DM.
So no one likes you. Okay.
Oh, shout out to Janae. I hope you're listening, girl. Send us your questions. I know that she's a sweet yogi friend of mine. She teaches yoga at Yoga Pod. I don't necessarily know her schedule, but
we'll put it on our IG story.
Yes. But shout out to Janae. She's a sweetheart. She said that she's a fan of the show. Ashton, thank you for listening. He also sent me a message saying that he's a fan of the show. Appreciate you listening. Bruh.
All right. And you guys can find me at Natoya Ebony on all social media.
And you can just call 911 for me.
You can find her at Miss Cool _ the letter N, the city. If you have some emails about general questions,
Someone please
call 911. I used to love that song.
I'm so wired up right now. I have no idea why.
recoveringpartygirls@gmail.com if you have any inquiries. And if you have any questions and you want to tell us your business, you can always hit us up at recoveringpartygirlsletters@gmail.com. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Look out for us. We're about to be popping on the internet.
Sweetie, I need your EP, bitch. I'm here. I'm a stand.
Sweetie.
Saweetie. Bitch, you have no idea. I'm about to play your shit right now. I'm here for you.
Bye, y'all.
Here.